Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather today. I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather health forecast for October 8th, 2025. We do keep additional graphics available at tpatw.com. Today we'll start by taking a look at the surface map. And there is a very significant cold front hanging from Boston to D.C. to Atlanta, back to Dallas and back to Albuquerque, actually snaking all the way back towards Salt Lake City. High pressure, large area of high pressure, lots of cold temperatures. Behind that front, still instability ahead of the front, and we can see the next front already trying to push into the Pacific Northwest. Looking at our vitality index, and this is that composite image that shows all of the weather elements that can have an impact on human health. And we have several major areas. The first out in the Pacific Northwest, right along the coast. We do have unsettled weather, especially Washington, Oregon, right on the coast, and notice a little bit right in central California. Significant area upset moving into Arizona and New Mexico. A large area up in the northern plains, and the most significant area, or the post-frontal area, stretching all the way from Missouri across Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and on up into New England. We still have a little bit of unsettled weather down here in Florida, mostly a lot of moisture from the ocean, and that is all along the Gulf and especially along the coast of Florida. Pressure change will be significant for this day in October. We have falling pressure on the easternmost sections of Washington and Oregon. There is a lot of falling pressure up the northern plains, especially through the Dakotas. And then finally, we have rising pressure, a significant area of rising pressure behind that cold front, stretching all the way again from Missouri up through Wisconsin and everywhere east across the Ohio Valley into New England. Temperature changes will be interesting for the next several days. We have warming temperatures in the extreme northwest, running from Washington, Oregon, Idaho into Montana, and especially across Wyoming. Falling temperatures on the central and mid plains across Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, stretching really into Iowa, and a little bit of warming, very interestingly, here along the southern border of Tennessee. Dew point temperature changes will be significant also. Interesting to me is we have some rising dew point temperatures here along the California coast. We have significantly rising dew point temperatures, Arizona, New Mexico, rising dew point temperatures here in the plains up through the Dakotas, and then falling dew point temperatures again along with that front, and everything there is consistent. We have rising pressure, falling temperatures, falling dew points. Jumping over to the POI, or the availability of oxygen in the atmosphere, you can see we do have that single area of interest again with significant rising here in northern California, rising again especially strong through New Mexico and Arizona, rising again in the extreme northern plains, and then falling sharply again consistently with that frontal position. We do have rising vapor pressure here in central and southern Florida, and that probably will be significant there also. Jumping to POI, or the availability of oxygen in the atmosphere, you can see we do have a significant risk of migraine, especially on coastal California, from central California clear through the north, picking up very sharply in coastal areas of Oregon and Washington, and then jumping all the way to the post-frontal areas running from Arkansas to Missouri up into Wisconsin and everywhere east across the Tennessee Valley, the Ohio Valley, almost all of the middle Atlantic states from Virginia north, and then picking up all of New England. Again, very strong, that whole area of rising pressure, falling temperatures, falling dew points. Looking at asthma and arthritis, we have a touch of asthma and arthritis risk here in Arizona, New Mexico, and of course that's with the moisture. We have another area here in extreme eastern Washington, extreme eastern Oregon, portions of Nevada and on into Idaho, and then jumping across to eastern Montana and Wyoming. Very significant area of asthma and arthritis risk, stretching from Nebraska, clear from Kansas, that is, through Nebraska up into the Dakotas, and actually picking up a good portion of Minnesota. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather today. Your comments are appreciated. And if you hurt, tell us where you're located.